Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes comes out this week, and I've got special interviews with the cast and crew and a very special member. A new See It or Skip It starts right now.
See it or skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
Welcome to a new See It or Skip It, where we're going to be talking only about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes today, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out any of the interviews that have been going around ABC4 on the YouTube channel, please make sure to check them out. Really great information from the director, from the cast and crew, and today there's a special one where I'm learning how to be an ape that's going to be teased later in this review. Now, I am a huge fan of the Planet of the Apes franchise, especially when Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn, and then War of the Planet of the Apes came out. Andy Serkis is one of these creators that does incredible work, especially with motion capture, and what he was able to do with his performance as Caesar is one of the best performances of our generation. And this Planet of the Apes trilogy might be one of the best trilogies to come out in the past 10 years. So when I heard that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was coming out, I was very apprehensive about why they were doing this, whether this was going to be just a simple cash grab, what the quality was going to be like, if everything was just going to be up in the air. But I'm so glad to report that not only is that not the case, and that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes deserves a spot with the rest of the franchise, but it also takes place generations ahead, giving it its own new chapter, and one that I think people would really enjoy, especially on the big screen. Now, first, the settings. This is taking place, again, hundreds of years in the future. We have all of the dystopian futures that you could want. The buildings are covered in greenery, vines, everything's rusted over, and I love that. I love the look of just abandoned buildings everywhere and civilizations that have come and gone, and having these apes going through and not really understanding where they are, but realizing that maybe humans had a part in developing that. This is starring an ape named Noah. He's a young ape that's with his family. It's almost a coming-of-age story for him in the beginning. He's trying to find his way in life. He's got two best friends, and he really wants to impress his father. But after a tragedy happens, leaving the entire tribe in danger, Noah is going to have to go on a revenge streak to find his family, to be able to discover more information about the world that maybe he didn't know before. And that's all wrapped up in a story that's about humans, about apes, and one that anybody can relate to. The big overarching theme of this movie is regarding Caesar's teachings. If you saw the previous three movies, you know ape, not kill ape, apes together strong. Those are the two big rules that continue on in this franchise, and how Caesar's teachings can be either misinterpreted or manipulated to serve whoever is the leader at that time's purpose. And with that, we have our villain, Proximus Caesar, who's an incredible villain. I love how he's intelligent, and he also has a goal that really makes sense, much like with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes between Caesar and Koba. These are two sides of the same coin between him and an orangutan named Raka, who's also a follower of Caesar, but is interpreting his teachings differently than how Proximus is. Noah's caught in the middle of these two and has to decide whether he wants to follow the teachings through Raka or through Proximus, and I think that's a fascinating discussion that's being had in the film. There's a lot of great discussions about humanity in general, how the apes see humanity, how humans are in this world, and really the fear of what could happen if humans began to rise up again. Noah as a character is so compelling. I think they did a great job of bringing in a new character that feels completely different from anything we've seen before. He might visually look a little bit like Caesar, but these are very different characters, and I love his exploration into the world and discovering all of the things that he didn't know before. Raka might be my favorite character. He brings in the comedic humor. He brings in a lot of the interesting conversations that keep you grounded and wanting to watch more of the story. Proximus, like I said, is a very good villain. I don't know if he should have been introduced earlier in the movie. It does feel kind of late in the story when we finally see Proximus, but when he's there, he commands every scene he's in, and Kevin Durant does a great job of doing that and bringing that character to life. I think the action in this might be the best that's been in the franchise so far. It's fast-paced, it's hard-hitting. When things are going down, you know that there's going to be high stakes and a lot of challenges for all of our main characters and how they're going to get out of it. And the visual effects, man, we have to talk about how great all these apes look and the motion capture technology. This is again done by Weta Technology. These are the same people that brought Avatar to life, that did the previous Planet of the Apes, and they again are continuing to move the bar and raise it higher. This is probably the best looking of the apes we have seen so far. Now, is this better than the Andy Serkis trilogy? I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I do think this might be better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I've seen it twice now, so I feel confident in saying that I did enjoy it a little more than that. But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is probably the best that it will ever be. If they end up topping that with this next film, that would be shocking. But not really disappointing if they don't, because again, this is a whole new chapter, whole new story, and a whole new group of characters that I ended up being really excited about and want to follow into another film. Overall, I had a great time watching this. It definitely needs to be seen in the theaters. I definitely think you should watch the first 3 Planet of the Apes films before going into this, so that you know kind of the mythology of Caesar and how his shadow has been cast around this entire new film. So that being said, it's definitely a see it. And that's it for this review segment. Make sure to check out all of the other interviews like I said, and here's a quick snippet of me trying to be an ape with the movement coordinator. Take a look.
Now let's add the last piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
So the wide part goes on the outside, so you can turn
on the
these
outside.
centers. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. So position like
wow.
this, even, not too close, not too far, just in the middle, very comfortable.
Okay.
The arms are vertical, and the way the ape moves on quads is he'll move right foot, left arm, and left foot, right arm, and that's it. Very simple.
Wow.
You're doing really good.
So these feel like they've got springs in them too.
They
kind
do,
of
yes.
Counter.
they do.
What does that
Let's
do
go
to
back.
help with this?
The thing with this is that some days we spend a lot of time working with these, and it really helps, especially when they're running,
Oh, okay.
to not strain their wrists too much.
Thanks again for watching. Make sure you go to abc4.com, click the shows tab and see it or skip it to check out all of the other interviews, reviews, and news. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I will see you at the next review.
See it or skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.